Welcome back to WWTF. We want the Facts of Game Show. I'm Mike C.
And I'm Fred Watt.
Hey, y'all, we like to bring news every once in a while as far as what's going on in the world and also in our community. So this is close to our community. There's this sheriff, there's a chief in Montgomery County, right?
Yeah, Montgomery County.
Saying
Montgomery County, Maryland.
Montgomery County, Maryland. Yeah, he's saying like a lot of issues or crime or anything is related to social media and video games. So me and Fred want to talk about this topic with you guys. So
and we've talked about this before.
Yeah, we have about that. So the chief is saying that carjackings and all that stuff is due to social media and video games. I want to lean towards not the video game aspect, but the social media aspect. I don't think video games was the issue as far as all this rise in crime and stuff like that. Video games, just so we can break it out, video games is an escapism. A lot of people that play these video games know it's a means of escape, know that this is not reality and so forth and so on. Also, too, that being said, as far as games, it shouldn't just be games in people's lives as well, too. It should also be a parent there, a loved one there, somebody to talk to that child so they could differentiate between the realism and stuff like that as far as the video game aspect. But social media, a lot of these challenges and all this stupid stuff, as far as, they had the Tide Pod, and then I had the Kia challenge, as far as how you can steal a car easy, stuff like that. I blame a lot of stuff because that stuff is not being monitored correctly. And I know as far as freedom of speech and all the other stuff, but sometimes you need certain guidelines in order to run certain things, because this car thefts and all this other stuff, you can't blame this on video games, bro. Fred, what's your take on that, bro?
Okay, it's absolutely asinine. It is a very disrespectful thing to say among people that do love video games and then play them, because this is the thing. When you're known as a gamer, sometimes you get stereotyped as that nerdy pushover, that weak type person. We already have enough stereotypes as being a gamer, and then this stereotype being a gangster as well. Okay, so which one do you want to classify us as? You want to classify us as these nerdy little dudes that stay in the basement and eat Cheetos, or do you want to classify us as these gangsters that go out doing this other stuff? You have to, like Mike said, you have to separate social media from video games. You have people that's doing these TikTok challenges that's showing real people doing this stuff. This is real people doing this stuff on these TikTok challenges and stuff like that. You're talking about people in video games doing all this crazy stuff. You don't play Superman and then go jump out the damn building and think that you're going to fly around the world. You don't play Spider-Man and then the next thing you're doing, you go, tss, 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 tss. You know what I'm saying?
That swing out the window.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing that. You're not playing GTA and saying, hey, look, I'm about to go outside and run over some hookers and shoot some cops and stuff like that. That's not what that does. When you're in the privacy of your own home, you want to let loose, you want to let go. Right. You play your video games, you escape that person at your job that's just irritating, or you just want to get away from the wife or the husband or even the kids that's driving you bonkers. That is an escape from reality. It's better than going and shooting some crack or now getting weed off the street that's been hit with fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? It's just an escapism, like Mike said. You cannot blame the crime. You can't blame video games for the uprating the crimes. Let me give you a pointer, Mr. Sheriff, from Montgomery. Was it Rockville, Maryland? Montgomery County, Maryland. Most gangster dudes don't even play video games, man. Most real gangsters don't play video games, and they damn sure not playing video games every single day. They may play Madden, here, there, and they'll go out and then commit crimes. And they'll come home, play a little bit of, Call of Duty or whatever, and then go out and commit crimes. But just because they played Madden don't mean that they want to go out and sign out for that horrible ass Commanders crew. They don't get the excitement to go out and do that. You're putting the blame on the wrong people. It is not video games. It is the parents. If your child is ignorant enough to go out there and think that they can do anything that they see inside of a video game that's negative, then your child is a dumbass. Point blank. You shouldn't have to rely on social media or video games to raise your child.
Right. And that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Who's raising your child? Who is raising your child? It's supposed to be the parents.
We can't go back in the day where you could let your TV babysit your kids, right? We can't go back in the day when we had TVs that sat on the floor that you couldn't wall mount, that were actually on the floor, and you sitting in the couch and you looking down, or you wake up Saturday morning in your pajamas with the big bowl and a big spoon, and you're eating, what is it, Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Apple Jacks, and you're watching the Care Bears, you're watching the Wiggles, you're watching Looney Tunes, you're watching He-Man, you're watching Transformers. You can't rely on these cartoons back in the day that could have gave your kid a positive message. What did He-Man do? Every time He-Man ended, it seemed like, hey man, eat your vegetables and all this other crazy little stuff. Like,
man, G.I. Joe. It was different.
It was different.
All those things told a message at the very end. G.I. Joe, they took out everybody or whatever. Like, hey, make sure you don't do this on playgrounds. Don't be a bully and stuff like that. Just different things or whatever. It is not like that now, bro.
No,
it is not at all. It is not at all.
Dude, you cannot trust social media. If social media raising your kids, then you're a horrible parent.
We're destined to fail, man. Destined to fail. We as society, man, need to get it together, man. Fred, I think I talk about this almost every couple months or whatever about getting stuff together, man. Somebody need to get a clue, man, because as you see, stuff is not getting better with all these wars and all the other stuff going on overseas. Dude, I mean, like, you don't see the writing on the wall, man. I mean, like, we as people better get it together, or else this place is not going to be here. Honestly, we need to get it together, bro. Love one another, man. Stop all this hate and all this stupid crap. That's what it is, stupid crap, bro. Stop being stupid.
Okay, and where are the programs that you're providing, these after-school programs? Yes. Let's start with the school first. Yes. Let's start with the school. It starts with the parents. If the parents are working and they don't have time to spend times with their kids or do this and the other stuff, it's after-school activities. You got these lawmakers in Congress that are wiping out these programs inside of the school that give these kids beneficial lessons in school. You don't have any financial type of after school lessons. If you don't want to teach it while you're in school, do a financial class after school. Teach something else. Get engaged with these kids. Have an after school program. Sports, basketball, tennis, golf, or whatever it is to keep your kids away from the TV so they don't spend all their time on their phone, or their TV. And it's parents' fault at times too, because they don't give their kids breaks. You give a kid a smartphone and they're 11 years old. Why do you see that, when you have these little kids get together, these kids parties, you'll have 20 damn kids in one room and it's too quiet. You know why it's damn quiet? Because all you hear is that's all you hear is the tapping on the phone where they texting each other instead of engaging with each other. There are no more bike rides. How many times have you went inside Walmart and you say, damn, I can't find a bike? All the bikes are still there. How many times you walked in Target and say, damn, I can't find no bike? Start with these parents. If you engage in these kids before they get to the age where they feel like their shit don't stink, then you have a chance. And look how the police are policing these kids. How many police in Montgomery County live in the county that they are policing? You have people that's coming out of, like, 20, 30, 40, 50 miles away to come just work in that community. That's all it is to them, is work. It's a 9 to 5. They clock in, they clock out. You don't have a friendly policeman that work in that neighborhood. And even if you do, it's few by far. Very few by far. So before you start blaming video games and even social media networks, you need to start with the internals, because y'all are the ones that's upholding the law, and y'all are the ones that are called when these kids get out of hand. See how you interact with these kids. See how you interact with the parents. See what the parents are doing for these kids. Just don't blame it on social media. Social media has nothing to do with a person going out there and doing what they're going to do. They can be influenced very heavily by social media. Now, don't get me wrong. You can tell a person to go do something on social media, and the person will go out there and do it. You can put out hidden signals with social media, and they'll go out there and do it, right? But that is a actual live breathing person. That person can bleed. That person can breathe. That person can run, jump without having a controller stuck on their ass telling them what to do. You're talking about a video game, a make-believe world. It's make-believe. You know what I'm saying? You can't kill somebody and then go to court and say Gargamel made me do it. Like, what the fuck you talk? Gargamel, yeah, Gargamel made me kill everybody. He told me all of these people were Smurfs, and he told me to go out and kill them. You can't blame that on there, but you can say, okay, Donald Trump says stand up and stand by. You know what I'm saying? That's totally different from a cartoon fictional character. Fictional. That person was drawn. That person was animated. That's not even the person's voice. The voice is being lended by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a piece of paper of a cartoon, have a conversation with it and see what type of conversation you're gonna have. Have a conversation with Mike or myself, and let's see what type of conversation you're gonna have. Because we're breathing people, we're blinking, we're talking, we're breathing. You can't get that from a cartoon, man.
Sure, you know can't.
You can't get that from pictures. You can't get that from a damn video game. It's a video game. It does nothing but does escapement. If you take it for more than what it is, then you're a dumbass. If you think that you can go out here and play Grand Theft Auto in real life, then you deserve everything that's coming to you. I don't give a shit if you're 9 to 90 years old. If you play that game and you go out there and you want to run over hookers and you want to beat up people on the street, whatever you get coming to you is what you get coming to you, man. But the Montgomery County Sheriff, what was his name again, Mike?
Marcus Jones, I believe his name.
Marcus Jones. Please, that's an ignorant statement for you to make. If you want to have a town hall and sit down and you have people that play video games, and then people that actually hang out in the streets. Yep. If you want to have a discussion with these two type of groups, and you talk to them and you see where that leads to, then you can get a better understanding of people that literally do nothing but play video games, and then people that literally do nothing but go out on the street and terrorize people. You're going to have two different point of views from these cats. But don't think that you're going to combine social media, which is not friendly to our kids, and that's up to the parents, because the parents are allowing them to watch the social media stuff, and they're dumb enough to do these challenges on social media. Who the fuck eat Tide Pods?
Yep.
Are you kidding me? You're eating Tide Pods. You deserve everything that you're gonna get behind that. You want to stick a gerbil up your ass because TikTok said, then stick a gerbil up your ass and do that. Let's see how that works out for you. You want to do that? Anything on TikTok that they say that all these dumbass challenges that you want to do, how about a get a job challenge?
Yeah. How about a positive challenge? You know what I'm saying? There's so many, dude.
How about help your neighbor cut the grass challenge or shovel their snow challenge? Do those type of challenges.
Yep.
This kid shit where you go out and steal cars or you get carjacking, and I'm sorry for the statement that. Well, no, I'm not sorry for the statement that I'm about to make. There was, remember, and this is just my opinion, or this is my view. This isn't Mike's. There was a person that carjacked. Some, I don't know if you heard this in the news, Mike, but there was a kid.
Right.
He carjacked somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and the person shot him.
Right. He was like 13 years old, right?
He was what?
Was he a young kid?
Yeah, he was a very young kid.
Mm-hmm.
He got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Dead. The person killed him. Mm-hmm. For trying to jack somebody's car. Get inside their property and take it. Something that man worked hard on. And now everybody is on the man that killed the kid. They're not saying anything about the kid, why he do this, or he was just a kid. He was kid enough to go out there and try to take that man's shit. And then what did he get? He got a death sentence for it. And I would have did the same thing. If I don't give a shit how old you are. If I'm out in the street and you come up in my shit and you try to take what I worked hard for, if that bullet don't get you, then them teeth will from them dogs. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm out in the street and I'm cruising, it's either my life or yours if you try to take anything from me. And I don't give a shit how old you are. And that's on some real shit. And that's from a video game person, right? And that ain't because I play Grand Theft Auto and I want to go out there and kill somebody. It's if you are dumb enough to get inspiration from a fucking video game and you decide that you want to come take some shit from me or somebody else and thinking it's all giggles and ha ha ha, you deserve every fucking thing that you get, even if it's a death sentence. You deserve that. Another thing, there was a kid, I forget what state it was, but he got in trouble for going up and hitting people in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Shit?
Yeah.
Right, and that was from social media. That's social media. He blamed
the knockout challenge or whatever the hell that was.
Challenge. He blamed that on social media, and damn right. You know what I'm saying? Then he apologized for it and said, "Well, I was just a kid." You're going up into hitting people in the back of the head. That's the most sensitive part.
That's
of the
assault.
body.
Mm-hmm. That's assault plain as day. So they got a right to assault you back.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Now, if he had a license to carry, and even if he didn't have a license to carry, and he had a pistol on him, and you run up to somebody and you hit somebody on the back of the head, and they turn around and they blast your fucking head off, you deserve everything that you're gonna get, closed casket and all. That's because of what you're going on social media. That's a live, breathing person. That ain't no shit like you're playing Dead Space and you're going off, blasting off, or Resident Evil, and you're going off killing people because that's Resident Evil. That's not real life. That's fictional. That is fictional. Even The Walking Dead, that shit is fictional. It's not real. It's not real life shit. So again, to the chief out there in Montgomery County, man, you, instead of you making that ignorant ass statement about video games being an scapegoat for what these dumbass kids out here doing, you should get the kids that play nothing but video games. Get them together in one room. Get them together in a room with the people that you considered gangsters or the lost youth, and have a conversation with all of those kids and see what you can come up, see what type of conversation that you get out with. because some of those souls could be saved just by having to talk to them or listening ear to see what they want. After school programs in the community, stuff like that, Big Brother programs, jobs, something like that. Something that they keep these kids from doing the shit that they doing. When you have a job or if you have certain responsibilities and you have a goal in life, you tend not to do bullshit like these kids are doing with these dumbass challenges, right? If you're saving up to get a PlayStation 5, right? Which I have one for sale if y'all want to buy one. Brand new out the box.
Brand new in the box.
Brand new in the box, right? If you have a goal for saving up for that, you want to get a job, ain't nothing gonna fuck up your money because you're like, man, I gotta get this PlayStation 5. It's gonna be $499, it's gonna be $529. I'm gonna get it from the guys from the game show. I gotta get this money. You know what I'm saying? Legitimately. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna work their ass off to pay that $529.36 or whatever the hell it costs. I hope I can find that fucking receipt.
Real. Hey, you see that cat?
Oh, yeah. I took a picture of it, so I know where it's at. But after this episode, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna find that damn receipt. Oh yeah, I know where it's at. All right. What the fuck was I saying?
Hey, just as long as somebody got a goal to get something.
Yeah. As long as you got a goal to get somewhere, that generally blocks out all the bullshit that comes with the problems that you're having in there. Now, don't get us wrong. It's a tragic thing that's happening in there. I even had my work vehicle not broken into, but somebody went inside my work vehicle when I was down in D.C. Doing a job. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get this carjacking shit, and I get the upscale and crime, but there is a reason behind that, and to find out that reason, you must talk to the youth, and then you must not use things that people enjoy as a scapegoat. You can't use that shit as an scapegoat. Y'all tried to use marijuana as an scapegoat. Now there's dispensaries all around goddamn town. You can get a card for it. And weed is bad. All of a sudden now it's profitable. Now it's good. Now it has all these health benefits and shit like that. Come on, man. You're putting the blame on the wrong person, on the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't have nothing else, Fred.
Oh, that's it.
All right, man. So, like always, you guys can hit us up at the Gamer Show. Don't forget about these contests we got going on, the Pac-Man Challenge, High Score, and tell people about what we do here at the Gamer Show. Don't forget to hit that bell and be notified when we drop videos like these. The Gamer Show, man. Tell people about us.
And I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious for once, right? The Montgomery County Chief Police, please, if somebody sees this, please show him this video and ask him to sit down with some gamers and some hardcore people and see what you get out of that conversation. Stop putting blame on things, the wrong things. All right, and we'll see you next time on WWTF.
What the facts?
Gamer Show.
Y'all guys later. Take it easy. Be safe.
Later, y'all.